Since the new millennium, this artist has brought a new spin to soul, and he just keeps getting better and better over the decade. He is Musiq Soulchild. Musiq, welcome to the Red Velvet Cake Studio.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And you are coming back to us to introduce a new album.
Yes,
Coming out May 3rd.
correct. It's called Musiq In the Magiq.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about this album.
Musiq In the Magiq. It's my sixth album release. I'm very excited about it. I got to work with some new for me producers, Jerry Wonder, um, The Elements, Corporal from the Compound Camp, Lil Ronnie, a few other people that you probably never heard of, but you've heard their music and you've heard their contributions to other artists. So I'm really honored and really happy that I got a chance to work, with other people to contribute a different sound, slightly different than what people are naturally accustomed to coming from me. But it's pretty much following the same lead, just using new elements.
Okay, and you work with Swiss Beats too.
Yeah, I
Right?
work with Swister, but he was just a feature. I didn't work with him as a producer.
Oh,
Hopefully in the future we'll be able to do that. But on this album, on that song, anything, he was just a feature, and it was actually pretty awesome the way it came about. So shout outs to Swiss Beats. Yeah.
Definitely. And the song it's fun.
Thank
It's
you.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to, come out with a song that I never like when people, what I feel like people feel like they know what to expect from me song wise. I want people to expect the fact that whatever I do, that it's going to be of a high quality nature. But I don't want you to just assume that you already know how I'm going to come out. I always want to kind of knock you off guard a little bit. That way, it'll kind of demand you to pay attention because no, you don't know everything. So you might be entertained if you do. Just try to pay attention a little bit. I don't want to be an assembly line artist. As soon as I come out, it's like, okay, I know he's gonna put this kind of song out, and you lose interest when you do that. I don't want you to lose interest. So I want you to, like I said, I want you to pay attention.
So as far as the album's concerned, like the differences in the songs, like are there a lot of ballads or
Yeah, I'm still gonna, I'm still offering up the same, quality, the same type of set list that I'm doing, that I used to do, that I've been doing. It's just that there's I also have a variety, as well. So no, first of all, no two songs, no any song on the album sound alike. They sound a lot different from each other, but that was purposely done because I want people to feel like they're getting more for their money.
Right.
So from song to song to song, I don't want you to feel like I just heard that song. Like I don't want you to feel like that. I want you to
Right.
feel like, oh wow, I never expected that. But it's not so much going on that it's hard to follow or anything like that. It's just that they're unique unto themselves, but they all are under the umbrella of soul music.
And speaking of getting more for your money, you are a performer.
Yes.
You put on great performances.
Yes,
Are there
thank
any
you.
like things that you do to prepare or any rituals that you have right before you perform a show?
Not really. It all depends on how I feel. If I'm tired, I try to wake myself up. If my throat is acting up, I try to tend to my throat, sip some hot tea. If I'm hungry, get something to eat. I don't really have no rituals.
Uh-huh.
I just listen to my body, and I try to tend to myself as much as I possibly can before I go out on stage, because for that hour or less or more, it's showtime. You don't have no time to be, I need this, I need that. It's like, look, you know, even if you wounded, like keep going,
Right.
until the show is over.
The show must go on.
Yes.
And since we're talking more about you, let's learn a little bit more about the man behind the music.
Okay.
So, what does Musiq Soulchild like to do for fun?
I like to go to the movies. I really like the movies a lot. So much
Really?
so that I want to be a valid contributor to the arena of filmmaking.
Really?
Yes.
So you're hoping to direct your own film one
Yeah,
day?
I'm trying to get my Spike Lee on.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
But I'm nowhere near ready for that quite yet. But I've definitely been meeting up with a lot of people, trying to get together my Rolodex of resources, and educating myself on what it means to actually do that, be a filmmaker, and all the little ins and outs of what makes a good film.
Right.
Not just according to my standards, just according to the standard of filmmaking. And trying to find out what is that I can do to, help take, the process of filmmaking to a whole nother level, or whatever I can do to contribute to, pushing it forward and becoming more innovative, and whatever it is that pretty much what I'm doing in music, I want to apply that and transition into film.
Wow, what about being in front of the camera? You think you'd ever go for some roles?
I'm not really interested in that. I've never been interested in that.
Really?
I only do it because it's, I'm a celebrity now and blah blah blah. So I can't direct people to be me. That don't make no sense. But yeah, I've never really had a passion of being in front of the camera. I'm more so the kind of person I like to tell the story rather than be the character in the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you could make a film or start making a film tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
what would that film be about?
Okay.
That's a loaded question,
Wow.
Musiq. You put it out there in the universe, so
I know
now
I
we
did.
got it. Yeah.
I know I did, right?
Yeah.
Well, naturally, it's probably going to have something to do with music,
Of
or
course.
because that's something that comes natural to me. However, if I do that, I don't want it to be, I don't want it to be predictable. I don't want it to be, yeah, I knew he was going to do that. I want to do it in a way where, oh, wow, and it happens to be about music, So I don't know how exactly I would accomplish that, but that would be my first mind. My next mind will probably be something that has an inspirational element to it. It don't have to be preachy. It's just something that has an inspirational element to it, whether it's a single mother type situation, or whether it's a person overcoming obstacles like a drug problem or a drinking habit or something like that.
Something to make you think.
Yeah, something to make you think.
Yeah.
And something to make you consider what it is that anybody could be. You just never know what a person is going through in life. So don't, just, I guess the moral of the story would be something like, don't always assume that you know a person according to how, they are when you meet them, that there's a story behind that person, something like that.
Yeah, and I imagine you probably have quite a few stories too. Now I understand you have quite a few siblings, right?
Yes, I come from a family of 9.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
What was that like?
It was
And you were the
weird.
oldest, so you had a lot of responsibility.
I had a lot of responsibility, but I didn't necessarily assume all the responsibility.
Okay.
I when I got old enough, I was like, you know what, forget this, I'm out. And it's not because I didn't love my family or I had any beef with them or anything like that. It's just that I wanted to do my own thing, and I didn't see myself accomplishing that, with having to take care of all of these boys and girls. And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't have y'all. So I got a little rebellious, and I was like, this is for the birds. I'm out.
But you're still close to the family, though,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, we're still good. Yeah.
Okay. Do you get to see them often over the years?
Not as often as I could. I mean, not as often I would like to. I do it as often as I could. I have a couple of my brothers. They live with me. One travels with me. But I reach out to them as much as I can.
Okay. What about you? Do you think you would want to have that many children, or
No, ma'am.
have a big family? No?
No, ma'am. However, whatever's in the plan for me is whatever's in the plan for me. However, I'm not saying I'm running out there to have me a little football team. I'm cool. I have one now, and he's awesome.
Oh, okay.
He's enough for me for now.
How old is he?
He's 2.
Oh, you got a little one.
Yeah. He just turned 2 in March. Yeah, he's
He likes daddy's music.
the thing about it is because myself and his mother, we're both singers. He just loves music. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I don't know why we were so surprised, when we recognized that about him. But let anything, I don't care what he's doing. He's a very, scattered child, as most children are. But let any song, any type of music, starts to play, he will stop and find where that music is coming from.
Really?
And he'll stand there and he'll hum and he'll sing. It's like, wow.
That's great.
It's crazy. It's a very interesting thing to witness, but it's very real.
That's fantastic.
It's very real.
Fantastic.
And he learned how to sing. Well, he's still learning how to sing. Well, he's still singing, before he can actually make the connection between what words mean. And so I guess he learns how to sing before he can talk.
Yeah.
Is appropriate.
Yeah, well, maybe he'll join Daddy on the road one day.
Yeah. You know, get a check.
All right.
Yeah, he got some years for that. He got some years for that.
Well, tell us what's coming up next for you. Are you touring? You're releasing the album.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. I'm doing a lot of promo for the album right now. And in June, good part of June, I'll be doing a whole lot of performing domestically. Hopefully around about anywhere between late July to early August. I'm looking forward to doing an international tour to reach out to all my international fans out there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Musiq, thank you so much for
No,
joining
thank
us in the
you.
Red Velvet Cake studio.
No problem at all.
You can look forward to seeing Musiq Soulchild's in-studio jam right here on blackamericaweb.com.
Yes.
And maybe one day see his film. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
For blackamericaweb.com, everybody, I'm Erica Taylor, and thanks for joining us.
Peace and love, y'all.